Hello, beautiful. Today I want to share how I went from feeling lost and unloved to finding myself and finding love from within. I'm going to share tips on how you can get to your own place of radical self-love. The wind has been crazy and my stand's almost been knocked over, so I'm starting again. Recording is very scary for me, and it's one of my biggest procrastinations, especially doing it out here. There's no one out here right now, but at any moment someone can come out here, and that is scary. Just actually pressing record and going with it and speaking from my heart is scary. But by facing what I fear, it is helping me with my self-esteem. Something that I never had before. I had a very, very low self-esteem. Lowest. Because I felt that I wasn't valued, that I wasn't worthy. A lot of what you think is from old conditioning, old patterns, old thought beliefs. So tip number 1 is facing what scares you. It may be something big, it may be something small. Work towards doing that every day. Even if you record yourself with no one watching, with no one around. When I first just started recording myself, in general, it terrified me. So start simple. Just record yourself and watch it back. You're probably not gonna love it because most of my videos, I'm just getting to a place where I feel more natural, but it takes time. I have recorded over 100 YouTube videos, so that's very scary for me. Over 100 videos, and I'm still terrified to do this each and every time. But by doing that each and every time, I'm raising my value, what I feel about myself, that I feel worthy enough to do this, to share this with you. Tip number 2, you have to get out of here. Get out of that mindset. A lot of old thought patterns that are not yours. You've got to counteract those negative thoughts with a positive thought. So how do you do that? Start by trying to be more aware. When you catch yourself saying, oh, I'm fat, I'm ugly, I'm etc., say, I'm beautiful, I'm healthy, I'm toned. Even though you don't feel that, if you are telling yourself that you're toned and fit and healthy, and you start replacing some unhealthy foods with healthy food, you're going to start feeling that way. You're going to start feeling like you're a healthier person. So work towards that. I had this one time I had lost about 70, maybe I was at my 50, 60 pound weight loss. And I was thin, and I was in Target. This was about 2 years ago, and I caught a glimpse of myself in the mirror as I was walking past the mirror. And immediately in my mind I went, you know, you're still fat. And I was like, what? Where did that come from? Definitely working against the wind today. So that thought entered my mind as I passed the mirror, you're still fat. And I thought, where did that come from? I went over to that mirror and I faced that mirror and I mentally said, you are not fat, you're beautiful. I erased that negative thought with a positive thought because that was an old thought pattern, old belief that I was still fat and ugly and unattractive. I had to kick it in the butt. You can also journal. Tip number 3. Start writing down all those feelings that you feel about yourself and scratch them out. And right above that, put something positive. If you think you're ugly, put beautiful. If you think you're fat, put toned. If you think you're unhealthy, put healthy. You want to get in that mindset where you start actually believing that you're fit, you're toned, and you're healthy. And tip number 3 is to start replacing, that might be tip 4, I don't know, the wind has me off. Just by replacing foods that are unhealthy, you're going to start feeling healthy. You're going to start feeling better. And that's going to make you feel empowered. And that's going to make you feel like, wow, I can really do this. You might have people saying, oh, you failed so many times. Why even try it again? But by trying it again and getting back up, you are showing yourself that you are worthy, that you are beautiful, and that you can do it. You know, I've been knocked down so many times and I had to keep getting up. Every single diet in the past has failed for me, and I'm going to make a video on why diets fail. Tip number 5 is you have to believe in yourself. Start believing that you can do it. I used to visualize myself. Even though I was fat, I was overweight, I would visualize myself being thin. And it was so hard to do that because when you're overweight, and the doctor said I was morbidly obese, when you're over 200 and something pounds and you see yourself, it's hard to visualize yourself as a thin-toned person. And I kept doing that. I kept visualizing myself as this thin, not so much thin, but healthier toned person. And I became that. I actually got too thin and had to gain weight. Now I have a little bit of weight that I want to take off. But this is just temporary. Tell yourself that what you have, what you don't want, is just temporary. That this too shall pass, that you can get past this, that you can do more, that you can be more. Exercise is so important. When I started exercising, I couldn't do much because I had bad shin splints and just bad knees. I still have bad knees, but I still get up and go because I want to stay toned and I want to stay healthy. So get up and move. Even if you can only like march in place, just do some mini moves. Even if it's only for 10 seconds, 20 seconds, 30 seconds. If that's all you can do is make your bed, get up and do that. Just start. You're going to feel so much better if you start doing something for yourself. You're going to get out of that lazy mindset when you start being active and just, I used to get over 10,000 steps. I used to try to break my record. I think the most I got was like 13,000 steps in a day, and that's a lot for me. And I know that you can do it. You just have to believe in yourself. Keep visualizing a thinner, toner you. Work towards it, and you can get there. I believe in you. You just have to believe in yourself. Stay strong, stay positive. A big hug from me. I love you.